What's up, everybody? How we doing? I am back, and so is the UFC. That is correct. Tomorrow night, or tonight by the time you see this video, Sean Strickland taking on Jack Hermansson in a pivotal fight in the middleweight division. And I'll be there. I'll be calling the fights. As soon as I've done filming this, I'm jumping in the car and I'm driving to Las Vegas in the middle of the night to call the fights. And this is a great fight. I cannot wait for it. I've known Strickland for a long time. I've trained with him many, many times. And Jack Hermansson, I don't have the same knowledge on as a person, but I know as a fighter, he's absolutely fantastic. He's had some tremendous success inside the octagon. So this has all the makings of a tremendous fight. And certainly, when you get a blend of two different personalities. And I know what you're saying, Bisping. What do personalities matter? Well, the two different types of people, they stand for different things. And when they butt heads like that, maybe that produces a better fight. Right, listen, here's the thing. Sean Tarzan Strickland, as he used to be known, but he got rid of the Tarzan, which is a good thing because it's not the best nickname, let's be honest. He's a psycho. He's an absolute psychopath in a good way. And I don't care because that's what I want inside the octagon, right? He has said some crazy things, right? He said that he hopes one day he can kill someone inside the octagon.
Like, I would love nothing more than to kill someone in the ring. Nothing more. To make me super happy. I would own that shit too.
He came on my podcast, Believe You Me, and he threatened to kill Harrington, the co-host, or like one of the producers. Threatened to kill him in his sleep.
That's fucking illegal.
Yes. Strickland is a psycho. But as I say, I tune in and I watch people fight in a cage, and sometimes they might be a little off kilter. Do you know what I mean? They might be a little, you know what I mean? Maybe not the person that you want to bring home to meet your grandmother. Perhaps, you know. But hey, when he fights inside the octagon, he does tremendous things. Now, when he started in the UFC, I think he was started at 185, then he went down to 170, and he had mixed results. He had some good performances, and he had some bad ones. But that's because he was making 170 and he was killing himself. And I used to see him in the gym and he was so emaciated, so skinny. And he would run so much and diet so hard that I thought that had to be affecting his performance. Now, when we commentate the fights, we do the fighter meetings. And he came in the other day and the first thing that he said to me, Bisping, you're a CUNT. That's what he called me. And by the way, I don't mind saying that word, but I don't want to get kicked off YouTube. And I know a lot of people get offended by that word, which I don't quite understand if I'm quite honest, because it's just a word. It's just four letters put together in a certain way to make a sound. But out here in the States, people do not like that word, let me tell you. In the UK, it's different. In Australia as well. It's almost part of the vocabulary. And in fact, you can use it as a term of endearment. You know what I mean? You do. And there's two ways of saying it. In England, you can say it with the T pronounced and without the T. Without the T, you're okay. You pronounce the T, you know you mean it as an insult. But anyway, I'm going off the point. So he shows up, he says, Bisping, you're a CUNT, blah, 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 blah. I'm laughing. And then I see a video the other day, he's talking to the schmo, the journalist, I'm sure you know who that is. And the schmo says to him, he says, oh yeah, and what about you and Michael Bisping? I can't do a schmo, thank God. Shout out the schmo though. He said, what about you and Bisping? You look like each other when I was younger, because I had a shaved head. And he goes, no, Bisping, he's a CUNT.
Well, better looking version of a young Michael Bisping, maybe.
Fucking Michael Bisping, don't compare me. Get out of here.
All right.
Once again, so that seems to be what he's calling me. So when I interview him on Saturday night, if he wins, please, Sean, come on. Keep the insults to yourself. We're on TV, man. This is ESPN. Have a bit of class. Anyway, so I was talking to him on Wednesday and he said something really interesting, because I thought going down to 170, doing all that running, being emaciated, malnourished and just doing everything he could to make weight at 170 when realistically he is a middleweight, I thought that is what was affecting his performances. But he said no. If you know Sean's story, a while ago, I forget when it was, a couple of years ago maybe 3 years, he had a motorcycle accident. And by the way, you will never catch me on the back of a motorbike. I know that I am a clumsy bastard at the best of times, okay? The last thing I need to do is be on the back of a motorcycle going 100 miles an hour. I will be a dead man. Oh, you don't understand, Bisping, or you motorcycle heads out there, motorbike, whatever you want to call it, right? You ain't going to get me on the back of one of them. I've been on the back of one and I shit my pants. Simple as that. Put me in a car, please. Death machines. Anyway, he came off his bike. See what I'm saying? Death machines. And he had a really, really nasty injury. Didn't think he was ever going to be able to fight again. Much like Frank Mir. I think that was a motorcycle accident as well. But he said, as part of the insurance, he was given a rather handsome insurance payout, you know. And he said that's what's changed everything. Not the fact that he came back up to 185 and he feels stronger and more athletic. He said the fact that the pressure had been removed, the financial pressure. He is now fighting for pleasure as opposed to the pressure. You know, there's a good saying for you. All right, real quick, IP Vanish is an app that you need in your life if you are on the internet. It will protect your social media accounts. It will protect your bank balance. It will protect you from hackers, and it will give you unrestricted access to everything on the internet. IPVanish.com/Bisping. That is the website you want to go to, or click the link in the episode description down below. As I said, protects you from hackers, secure your financial information, and have full unrestricted access to all the glory of the internet. IPVanish.com/Bisping. Because when we're fighting, listen, you know, most people that step into the octagon aren't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. You know, they fight because they're trying to change their lives. They're fighting because A, that's what they're good at. B, because they've probably had a bunch of scraps. C, they're a martial artist. And D, because they want some money. Do you know what I mean? That's why we do it. We're trying to earn as much as we can. That is the prize in prize fighting. So that's what he was doing. He said that would mess with his head so much. But then when he got the money in the bank and he was still at a UFC contract, now he's fighting because he enjoys it and he is a martial artist. But he's doing it almost for the pleasure, and that pressure weighing down on him, affecting his performances, was eradicated. And I just thought that was really interesting when he said that. Now, when you look at Sean as a fighter, he's on a 6-fight win streak, I think, which is the longest win streak outside of Israel Adesanya. He's fought some great competition. Last time we saw him was against Uriah Hall. And predominantly now, when you look at him, you think this man's a striker, right? But the reality is, and Jack Hermansson needs to be careful and not underestimate him on the ground, because Sean's very, very good on the floor. He's got great jiu-jitsu. When I sparred with him the first time, he said to me afterwards, he says, "Hey, and I'm even better on the ground, Bisping," as if to say like he kicks my ass. He's never kicked my ass. Ever, ever, ever once. But he's a character and I like him. I like him a lot. I like what he brings to the table. Jack Hermansson on the other side, he's a little more even-keeled. He's not boring. He's a great guy. Jack the Joker, for crying out loud. Great fighter, heavy hands, good wrestling, and devastating on the ground as well. Had some great wins over Ronaldo Jacare Souza. Kelvin Gastelum heel hooked him in the first round on Fight Island, which shocked everybody. I don't think anyone expected that to happen. So Jack Hermansson, very, very dangerous. Had some mixed results. Obviously went the distance with Marvin Vettori. Got a great chin. Took a lot of shots of Marvin and stood there and went to a decision. Not an easy thing to do. So this is all the makings of a great fight. And Strickland recently went out there and said that, I forget the exact quote, something like, "I want to kill somebody in the octagon." I don't think he really means that. I think he's just having a bit of fun. But when he came on my podcast, he threatened to kill Mike Harrington, who's my producer. He said, "I'm going to kill you in your sleep." So he's definitely got a bit of a screw loose. And whether he meant it or not, Jack Hermansson took issue with that. He said, "Look, listen," he said, "in Norway, where he's from, the sport is still illegal. We're trying to put the sport forward in a professional manner. And people saying things like that does damage to the reputation of the sport." And listen, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't think anyone's taking what Sean's saying too literally, you know. I'd like to think that he doesn't want to kill somebody inside the octagon, but you never know. He is a bit of a psychopath. He is a bit of a psychopath. Now, in terms of a prediction, I think they both match up very well. I can't give a prediction because I'm commentating the fight, and it's not fair of me to put that out there. You know, it's like I've got a predetermined idea as to who's going to win, and certainly it's not fair to put it out there because it's just not right. It's just not the correct thing, is it? I'm commentating the fights. I can't say, "I think this guy's going to win," and I'm putting money on it and stuff like that. That's not how it works. I'm thrilled to be there, thrilled to be cage side, and I'm thrilled to speak to the winner tomorrow night when it goes down. So there you go. I'll be back with another video, probably live from the Apex, if I get out of the cage alive, if Sean doesn't attack me, if Sean doesn't call me a CUNT and get me all offended. But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll do a video from the cage in the Apex. Stay tuned for that one. Thank you very much for sticking with the channel. Not many videos this week because there wasn't much to talk about. And I know I said this on the last one, but, you know, I'm not just going to sit here and talk about things for the sake of it. But Sean Strickland, Kelvin Gastelum, can't wait for that one. Catch you on ESPN Plus, I think. If not, it's ESPN. One or the other. We will see you. Take care. Have a great day. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos.